Hi, I'm Mike, and today we're going to be installing cabinet door handles and drawer pulls on these cabinets. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss anything. So these are ladder pulls, and I guess they call them that because if you stick them together, they look kind of like a ladder. But I got these online for about $2 a pull, and these are brushed nickel, pretty cheap. I also got different sizes up to a 256 millimeter job for about $7. This is going to go on a very large cabinet door, which is going to cause me some problems. Now this big one is going to cause me some problems. I've got a couple of these big ones, but it's going to cause me problems because I'm going to use a template, and I'm using this called an Align-Right, and as you can see, I've got some tape marked off on it. One side is inches, the other side is millimeters. All of my pulls are in millimeters, and this goes up to a maximum of 128. Well, you can see that this 256 is nowhere close, so I'm gonna probably use the corner piece as my one mounting point, and then I'll have to go by eye for the rest of it. But these other ones, the 96s and the 128s will be fine. So right out of the package, I've got some issues. They give you a 3/16 drill bit, which if you look at this, it's bent. And so as I stuck it in my drill bit, it made the whole drill wobble, and so I'm using another one of my drill bits to make it nice and smooth. But I don't particularly like the plastic. It's flexible, and flexibility can lead to problems. I put tape on both sides of these because there's so many holes in this. I don't want to misdrill a hole and have to repair or replace a cabinet door or drawer face. So by eliminating all these other holes, I'm at least able to pick the right one here without screwing up a door. So this is the door guide, 90 degrees here, and as you can see, I've taped off the holes that I don't want to use so they don't confuse me. I am using the row right above the tape here and the row right above the tape here. It's a matter of placing this template against the door. I'm using the third hole in, so I'm going to mark that there. Third hole in on the bottom, mark that there, and then drill the holes. All right, so it's time to drill the holes. I pull the cabinet door out so I don't accidentally drill into that if the cabinet door covers it. Take the old drill, make sure I get that sucker dead on, and hold it still while you drill. There's one. And there's two. Okay, you want to make sure that you drill through the front of the door rather than through the back of the door, because if you drill through the front, as the drill bit pulls through the wood, you may get a little damage to the other side of the door. So on this side, it's on the, as you can see, this is my coffee cabinet, very important cabinet. As you can see, the damage here won't be visible to the outside. So they give you the screws, and in this case, the screw is going to cover it up pretty much anyway, but nobody's going to see it. So a screw for each side, and then we just attach them. Top or bottom first, I don't suppose it matters. I'll just get that one going. Get that one in, and it's done. Okay, only about 20 doors left. So I've done all of the doors now, and I'm going to start on the drawers. And I recommend that when you're doing this, you either pick the drawers first or the doors and do all of them and then switch. Don't do a door and then a drawer and vice versa, because it's really easy to get the holes confused. Even though the templates are different, it's great to get in that groove and you know exactly what you're doing. So the first thing I do is put a piece of tape somewhere in the middle here. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it could be off to the side. We're going to measure it and mark the exact middle of it anyway. And that midpoint is important when you're using the template, because you you use the offset holes based on that middle of the template. So we're going to measure this, and it is 20.5 inches, and so my midpoint is going to be 10.25 inches. Ten and a quarter right there. I got a Sharpie. Mark my middle point. And then I just extend this center point the whole way down. Don't get it on the cabinet, it will not come off. And then I'm going to mark the holes where I'm going to screw my my handles. So I am using the 96mm handle, and like I said before, I've marked off everything but the 96mm. And so, as you can see here, it's got a bunch of holes going down the center. I want to line these center holes up with this mark I just made. So I put the template across the top, and it's flexible, so I'm going to have to kind of eyeball this here. And then I'm going to make marks on my tape. Like so. And it's time to drill. So the drilling is through. We're going to remove the tape. Now when you install these drawer handles, they give you these inch-long screws, which just don't work. So you need to get some longer screws. These are number 8 machine screws. They're 1 3/4 inches long, and they're perfect because not only are you going through the drawer face, but you're also going through the box itself. So you can see that those are about perfect. I just get them started, and then once I've got them started, I push them all the way in, because sometimes they'll get a little cockeyed like this. It's just a little bit cockeyed. So I push them in at that point. Now I can tighten them in, and that comes from not drilling it exactly perfect. Maybe it's off a little bit. That one's done. 10 more. So here's my problem. I've got 4 very large cabinet doors that are too big for the template. So I think what I'm going to do is use the template and put 2 holes equidistant here, install the top screw, and let the handles hang down because they're 250mm handles. They're long. And I'll let them hang down, and then maybe I'll tape them into place and just make sure that they're both exactly parallel, and then mark out a hole to drill, and then screw in the bottom part of it. I'm going to have the same mounting point as all the other handles, but I'm not using the bottom. Third hole in makes it easy. I'm just going to drill this one out and work on it first. got my screw and the handle. That is going to be probably too long. Let me get a shorter screw. They give you two different lengths. That's going to be better. Okay, so I've got the top one in, and I want to make sure that sits nice and parallel. I think that's a better look. I'm going to drill my second hole. Okay, so I've got both handles in, just the tops are in, and the bottoms I can still move around here because I haven't drilled those. So I want to make sure that these are perfectly vertical. That is pretty close, although nope, this one's too far out. Well, I'm going to play around with these until I get it just right, and then I'm going to drill a hole. Okay, so what I'm doing is just trying to get everything perfect. So what I did is I put a piece of blue tape under here, and I measured the distance of my mounting points here is 3 1/8. I measured here 3 1/8, and they look good. So what I'm going to do is hold this in place and then draw a circle around it, and then drill a hole in the middle of the circle. I'm going to do that on both sides. And then I'll put these back in and tighten it up and be done. Okay, I'm going to remove both of the handles now. And there goes a screw. And now I'm going to drill a hole right in the middle of that circle. Here's one. And there's two. Okay, time to reinstall the handles. And if I didn't screw it up, they should fit with reasonably small problems. I'm going to again start one of them, start the other, and then full blow them. All right, they fit. Okay, 3 more and I'm done. Here is the finished project. I even got froggy and did the island cabinets as well. Well, I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.